Hello everybody. Angie here. I am coming on to do my bi-weekly collage make for hashtag Faith-Filled Collaging 2025. A Bible series collage collaboration that I'm doing here on YouTube with Anna G over at Making Joyful Journals. Twice a month we are doing just a faith-filled collage using a Bible verse, some selected prompts, and just doing a make, a nice little make with that. You can do it on anything you want, in a notepad, in your Bible. You could do it on index cards, whatever you want to do. Just trying to incorporate the Word of God more often and more frequently in our love for crafting. So this is open to anybody that would like to join. So if this is something that interests you, please feel free to join in at any time. You can start at week 1. It is a year-long series. Jump in right now if this is the first time you are seeing this video, or you could pick and choose whichever ones speak to you and as time allows. So we are up to 4:16. The Bible verse is Ephesians 3:12. The focal image for this collage is lion. The primary color to be used is black. The paper choice to be used is a recycled envelope, and for texture, use embossing. Okay, and then anything in addition to that you'd like to use in your make, feel free to do so. All right, so let's get this started. How is everyone today? I hope everyone is doing well. I have got a jacket on. It is kind of cool today. Let's see, I've got my few things here to work with. Let's see what works and what doesn't. I've got an embossing pad. I've got some embossing powder, the stamp. Grabbed a few recycled envelopes and I tore them open so I could see the inside and see which design I like the most. This one's pretty tattered, but I do like that deep black because one of the colors is black. This one's kind of a soft black, so it almost looks a little gray there. And then this one's not bad. It's nice and big. I love the large window, but I don't care for the capital one so much. So, yeah, we'll see which one. I really like that one. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Maybe I can use one of the windows and do something like that. I don't know. All right, so let's get started. I have my Bible opened to the verse. We will read it and get started there. And it is Ephesians 3:12. And it reads, and the thing is, it starts on page 1371 in my Bible and carries over to the next page. So I have to kind of decide which side I'm going to work on. I think I'm going to work on this side just because this side is already kind of done. So then I'll feel like it's kind of got a little bit of completion on this particular page. But anyway, the Bible verse reads, "In him and through faith in him, we may approach God with freedom and confidence." Simple and to the point. And I work with that each and every day. To walk with confidence by faith in him and let that carry me through my life. So, yeah. I think I'm going to work on this page, even though this has a different verse that I still need to work on. I'm thinking I'll do a tip-in. Yeah. I think I'll work on this side. Okay, so yeah, this is pretty tattered, but I can get around that. We can work with that. I think this fits perfectly. We could do a tip in. Let me see if my book is going to close. I have to trim off just a piece of it. Maybe a 1/2 inch. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to work with this one. And we'll start with getting it to the proper size. Bring in my cutter here. And I'm just going to trim off just a bit, just so it closes in the book well. Okay. I don't think that is straight. A little bit better. Okay. All right, that's gonna bug me. Okay, so we're gonna work with this. Now for the focal image, it is lion. I'm gonna go ahead and put those out of the way. And I got the freebie that is provided in this series by myself and Anna G. And I thought we could use that window, utilize that window, but the image is just too small. See what I'm saying? I mean, I could do something with that, but I went on a search and I found a couple other images that are a little bit bigger. I printed them in 4x6, and I kind of like the monochromatic black and white kind of look there. I don't know how well that can be seen. Is that kind of, does that stand out nicely? I kind of think that it does, but I can only get a portion of his face in there. And then I got this one, which I like the blue background because I'm going to be using blue embossing powder. So I think I might just use that. What do you think about that? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, yeah. Let's do that. All right, I'll save this one for another day. Then I grabbed a piece of just blank paper. I've got a few labels. And I don't know, I grabbed this bubble wrap, a piece of this bubble wrap. I don't remember what I grabbed it for. I think just for kind of like texture, obviously, but we'll see as I go. And then I grabbed this piece because I thought this came from a greeting card, and it fits just inside this envelope, I think. Yeah. So then it can go there. And then this can go on the inside. Like that. And then we'll just do something with this. And then when we open it up, okay. What if, dun, 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 dun. What if we turn this inside out? I keep thinking of that prompt black. So what if we turn this inside out this way? And we've got more additional texture there. I like that. Yes, I do. Yes, okay, we're gonna do that instead. And then we'll put the image there. Okay, let's start there. Okay, gotta make some decisions here, right? Okay. So I'm gonna glue this down. Did I have it this way, right? Okay. Right about there. I like that. Okay. I have to keep this edge for the tip in, but we can cut off the rest, I think. All right, let's see. Let me bring my cutter back up. And we can cut these flaps off, I think. Okay, so that's 2 of the prompts right there. Lion and recycled envelope. Now, from there, what do I want to do? I want this to be a flip out. So I need to cover this side. So we're going to use this piece to do that. Okay. Pardon my nails. I tried some little nails there, and a couple of them popped off on me yesterday. Okay. And this will strengthen this as well, since it's going to be a flip out page. All right, so that will go like that. All right, and that'll be a nice area for note-taking and writing. Okay, I could bring this back on itself here. Let's take a look at that and see how that will look. No, I think I'm just gonna do I'm gonna grab a pair of scissors and we're gonna do like a, well, yeah, just to cover up those little dots right there on the edge. I think I'm going to come over and we'll just do like a little wave cut. I was gonna get some decorative scissors, but this is just as good, and it's a lot quicker than me having to dig them out. See how that looks. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, and then we can do a border around the image. Trying to barely see through. try and do a frame around this image here. If I can. Couple tick marks. All right, see if that works. And need something to cut on. I don't know where my small mat is. Okay. Let's grab a piece of thin cardboard. That should work. And let's see if we can. Excuse me. I think I'm doing this exactly straight, but let's hope for the best. I just figured since I have this leftover paper and it'll all coordinate and match together, I would use it. Let's see if I can do this. Not too bad. We're gonna go with it, guys. But I got that little snag there. Let's trim that off. Clean that up a little bit. All right. So far, so good. Okay, this side's a little wider, so let's do a little more trimming. I can't cut a straight line today. Clean this up just a little bit if we can. And trim a little more off of this side so it'll be somewhat even. And maybe a little off of this side. Okay. Let's see. Much better. All right. think I'm going to go around this edge, this white piece right here. Oh, but that's plastic. I don't think that's going to take very well. I wonder if I can use alcohol ink marker. Let's try that. I got those right here. Blue. Without messing it up. Keep our fingers crossed. This looks okay. Not bad, but I just had a thought too, just to kind of keep that going. I'm going to do this in blue also. Oops. And it's on paper, so it's going to be a deeper blue, I see. That's on the plastic, but that's okay too. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I like that better. Okay, so let's put that down. Clog my glue. Okay. All right, I like that. I wish the inner portion would have been a little bit darker, but that's okay. We go with it. Okay, there we go. So next, let's see, we got to do some embossing, right? I think I will bring a little blue to the edge of this. Yep. Glue that down. Okay, let's throwing me off. Let me tuck that in here. All right, next, I think I want to cover these little white spots too. All right, I'm just trying to think, guys. Please hang in there with me. Just thinking. I think I'll put the verse right above here. So let's do that next. Let me open my Bible back up. Oh, I lost my page here. There we go. All right, let's do the verse next. See how much space that takes up. And since I'm already on the blue thing, I'll write it in blue. No, I'm not going to do that because it's going to run and kind of spread out. I can write it in black because that's part of the color anyway. I'll just write it with this pen. Make sure that works. Okay, let's do Ephesians. And the verse is 3:12, right? Yes. I'll grab a thin marker. Let's see how wide that is. Okay, and it reads, here we go, in him. And through faith, okay, that's it right there. Ephesians 3:12, in him and through faith in him, we may approach God with freedom and confidence. Okay, so that's, get my Bible out of the way here. Okay, so we've got the verse, we've got the lion, we've got recycled envelope, and we've got the color black. So next we've got to get some embossing in there. And for that, I thought, since this is going to be a tip-in, why don't we come, first I thought we'd do this, but we can use that for writing and note-taking. let's flip it over to this side and let's emboss on this side. And for that, I grabbed this stamp right here with the praying hands, and I'm going to emboss that in a pretty blue. That's why I'm kind of going with the blue here. So let's see, where do I want to put that? Maybe right up here in the corner. Yes. And I hope this embosses correctly. You never know. How well it's going to stick. Okay, let's see. Just put it right here. All right. This underneath. Do a little tap tap. That looks pretty darn good to me. And I've got my heat tool here. I'm going to turn that on for a quick second or two. Hang on, guys. Fan that, cool that down. There we go. Okay. You know what? I kind of want to put my original thought and put the hands on the front as well. Let's do that. I'm going to hit that again, guys. I have a lot of stamps with different Bible phrases that I really liked, but I didn't want to bring in something else other than the Bible verse that we're working on. And this is the only one I had that just had an image. Okay, let's see how well that took. Hope it took as well as the last one. Looks good. Okay. Let me hit that real quick with the heat. Okay. We've got embossing, we've got recycled, we've got black ink, as well as the black texture on the back of the envelope. We've got the Bible verse, and we've got the lion. And then on this side, I'm thinking that could just be for extra note-taking. So why don't I just make some lines in black, since our prompt is black anyway. Try to make some straight lines here. I love to do tip-ins, actually. It's a great way to incorporate additional, space on a page where you need it. So this is giving me plenty of writing space. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. And I can even do some writing. Let's do a few lines right here. I like it. Okay. And then this is just kind of throwing me off. So why don't we bring in some more blue? Excuse me. Do the same on this bottom portion here. Looks like it's going to blend in with my frame, but that's okay as well. And this edge here as well. Yep, I like it. I like it a lot. Kind of went through on that side, but that's okay. Oh, actually, that needs to be trimmed off, doesn't it? I think. Okay. How about that? Get rid of all that powder. I think I like that a lot. Okay, let's bring my Bible in and see how that's going to work. Should fit. And it does. Very nice. Okay. I have to cut down this piece here. That flap is too big. Just need a small edge to glue it in. Okay. And we will do so. Make sure it's centered and it's not covering the, looks good right there. Okay, let's glue it in. Okay, we've got ourselves a tip-in, ladies and gentlemen. Just like that. Okay, now I need to grab a highlighter and we will highlight the verse that we're focusing on today. And I put it on the wrong page. It's supposed to go on this page. Ah, darn it. Let's see if I can get that off. Whew. Managed it, guys. Goes on this page. Why didn't you tell me? Okay, let's do that again. Right there. Hold that straight. Thank you for that small blessing of coming off easily. Okay, there we go. Now let's highlight the verse. It's kind of a collage. It's nice and tip-in page. All right, guys. That was kind of a longer video than usual, but I'll try to keep them at 45 minutes, and we're pretty close right there. That is going to be my make for this week. Ephesians 3:12, in him and through faith in him, we may approach God with freedom and confidence. The prompts are the verse, lion, black, recycled envelope, and embossing. And we did the embossing of the praying hands on both sides. I really like it. Gives me a lot of journaling space there as well as on the back. All right, guys, that is my make for today. Thank you so very much for stopping by my channel. I hope you guys liked the make today. Feel free to join in at any time. All the information will be in the description box below, as well as a link to the prompts and the freebies for these challenge. It is a year-long challenge. We're doing it bi-weekly. And yes, all the other participants and all their information will be in the description box below as well. Thank you. Take care. God bless. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye, guys.